2, 3, 4.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On this episode number 305 of the Good Morning Guys podcast, thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we are talking about the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and to play. I am one of your hosts, the Brazilian Mountaineer and Transition Ninja, Lucas Ham Mayo Swisher. Also with me, but to my cat E corner, the foreigner. Nope, I went ahead. Sorry, to my left. Dang it.
I've never done this before.
Already off the rails.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Also with me to my left, the judge, jury, and executioner of fake news and spoilers, Patty Mayonnaise Novacell.
Tudo bem?
Tudo bom, você?
De nada.
And he's gone. Portuguese, yeah, I just exceeded your vocabulary. Why you say it like you're Italian? Desculpe. Put your hand up. Right. Also with me, but to my caddy corner, as I said before, but now I'm saying it at the right time, the former final member of the GMG Quadfecta with music in his heart, Doctor Who on his brain, and La Carreta in his old stomacho, Marcus Mayo Bucheakis.
Lucas, I don't know if you know, you got something in your face. I don't know what's going on.
Like my headband. I just added this today. I call it the twirl.
Man, I wish I could fix that, but we're gonna go with it tonight.
That's fine.
All right. Also with me, and finally to my bottom, the newest member of the GMG crew, the North Kakalakian, who's possibly unlikely to have already eaten dinner, our personal handyman, Ryan Chalky Milk Isley.
Yes. Yes. I'm glad I'm Chalky Milk. Howdy, hey.
Hey. So good to see you guys.
Wait, I thought we were all mayonnaise. Why does he get to be milk?
You want black mayonnaise?
You want black mayonnaise? I'm going to throw in my mouth.
I think this is old.
Squid ink mayo. Mmm. Well, folks,
I'm going back and forth between laughing and about to throw up in my mouth.
If you're new with us, joiners, welcome. It doesn't get any grosser than this. Actually, it can.
It definitely does.
We don't want to give spoilers, so if you're not new with us, well, you knew this. You signed up. You've come here willingly so many times. So let's jump into it. Since Pat and I missed, as is tradition, we have the chair. We're going to give our update. We're going to just go right out the gate.
The chair?
I was wondering where the chair went.
We're sharing a chair.
Little musical chairs.
The space-time continuum has allowed it. We might be in different hemispheres, but we are together in spirit.
Always.
Mm-hmm. So, Pat.
Yes.
What order do you want to go in? Do you want to go backwards? Start with your landing back in Ohio and then work your way from there? Or,
no, that sounds awful.
Or do you want to start at the very beginning? It's a very good place to start.
Yeah. So headed to Brazil and to see Lucas and his family while they were on summer break or winter break in their neck of the woods.
Good job.
So I get off the plane and you know how there's people that have signs off for like the people that they need to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
So I see there's a name, and then right underneath it said Gamescom, and I'm like, Gamescom? This is where did I accidentally go to Germany?
Germany.
I was
stoned. Oh no!
And so I look it up, and Gamescom is in Sao Paulo while we're here. So I mentioned it to Lucas, and he's like, "Nah, that doesn't make any sense.
That's not real.
There's
That's
no
fake
gaming
news.
conventions in Sao Paulo. There's never been anything like that." And turns out it was the first ever in Sao Paulo.
Really?
What? Yeah, the stars aligned.
That's
crazy. And I was just like, we got to cancel our plans. We are going to Gamescom Latam.
Yeah.
So
we did it. Yeah, we all went to Gamescom and played, I don't know, 50, 60 games while we were there.
100 games. My eyes were bleeding. No, I'm just kidding.
I know there
All
was
the
there was
games.
there was what, like 10 rows of 10 games each of games that either were out or were coming out.
Yep.
Some of them were demos. Some of them were just like early builds. Some of the were games that have been out for a few months. So it was all based off of folks that who had made the game that were from Brazil or Brazilian descent, and so it was really 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 cool. I had to play games in like half of the games were in Portuguese.
At
So
least I'm
yeah.
pretty sure most of them were in Portuguese.
So I'm like looking, I'm like, I don't know. This one looks like it says action, but it was like action or something. I don't know what it was. So
Close enough.
yeah, it was pretty close. I had to figure out how to play games in Portuguese, which was really, really interesting. A lot of cosplaying going on.
Yeah, we hung out with Jack Sparrow and Joel Miller. They were
What a combination.
right.
Yeah.
You never expected to ever see that.
Yeah. There were Mortal Kombat characters, Stormlander or
Homelander?
Homelander
Lone
from The
Stander?
Boys. Yeah. There was Melina, Katana, Jade. I mean, there was military dudes. There was a whole bunch of anime, Elden Ring. There was a lot of cosplay going on. It was really, really cool. Yeah, so we did that. What other things did we do?
Well, don't skip too far ahead now.
No.
You can't take away from the fact that we found Apex the board game.
Oh, that's
We
right.
took pictures. We
Yeah,
found some random
nobody
board
was
games.
playing it. It was the largest board game I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was like the Apex map. I'm like,
James just grabbed the little character and was like, pew, pew, pew.
if I can't grasp the instructions for exploding kittens, there's no way I'm gonna figure this out.
Those instructions were also in Portuguese. So yeah,
Absolutely not.
you were not gonna. That wasn't gonna work out. We also
Yeah.
rode a gyroscope VR ride.
That's right.
I got the high score to that point in the day. I think I was 7 or 9 points away from the. I think
Top
he called it
score
the
of all time.
record, but I'm
Yeah.
just like,
What were
you
you
just
doing in
started
a
yesterday.
gyroscope VR
Yeah,
game?
I'm curious. What were you doing in a gyroscope video game?
Yeah, so
thing?
we were gyroscope. We had VR headset on, and we were in a spaceship shooting asteroids.
Yeah, we were we were next to each other, but a catty corner. So like we were both on one side of the gyroscope, but facing each other, but opposite sides. And then we could bro shake our hands together, but we had little joysticks and the VR helmets. And then we had 55 seconds to just shoot asteroids. And you aimed with your face. The reticle was your head. Yeah, and so it was just like spinning everywhere. And at some point, you're just like, I'm like mashing the button as fast as I can, trying to shoot stuff.
All I can think of is the Family Guy spoof of Star Wars when they do the whole like TIE fighter scene in the dun, dun, dun,
yeah.
dun, 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 and he's like shooting and then the
Pew, pew.
yeah.
Yeah, and I've only found out at the end I could have just held down the button,
Which is
Patrick's
what I
like,
did.
Whoops.
You can just hold the button down, man. I'm like, well, I got the high score, so joke's on you. That was the
strats,
secret.
baby.
You gotta do that like get as fast as you can.
Yeah,
we
we were spinning around and turning it upside down, and we did not feel it. It felt, because we had our VR headset,
cool.
we had something to focus on. But if I did not have the headset on, I probably would have thrown up.
That would have been awesome if you would have thrown up while we were in that. Be like, Patrick, what are you doing?
I would have had a headache and I would have thrown up.
Yeah.
Just talking about a gyroscope is making me dizzy.
I was surprised how much it didn't affect me. And you, Lucas, it didn't affect you either, right?
Oh, no, not at all.
No.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was.
I mean, it probably helped. It was only like 55 seconds. Like it was less than a minute. They spin you around and then they're like, okay, next. But yeah, we did that. We also, for whatever reason, the thing to do to get prizes is claw machines. And so they were claw machines in multiple locations. We got in line. We got there like pretty early. Actually, we got in line before they opened up. So there were a few places we got to go and check out before there were any lines whatsoever. We won different prizes from the first one we did, it took us 3 times to win a prize. Like all 3 of us, so it was me, Patrick, and James that went, the boys going out. We got to the machine. We did it. We all lost. And so there was nobody in line at that moment. So we just kind of looped around and we did it again. We all lost again. Third time, we all win a prize.
Ooh, what'd you win?
I won a coffee cup.
I won a little knapsack.
And James won
Earbuds.
Oh, yeah. He won earbuds.
Yeah. It pretty much paid for itself right there.
Yeah, pretty much. Then we went to another place where the line was not small, and it took at least 45 minutes, I'd say.
We had to follow them on TikTok to get in line.
Yeah, I had to download and then delete TikTok because I never use it. That was fun.
Hey,
So
that's big brain strat right there.
yeah. And when we did this claw machine was different. Like it didn't have the typical claw thing going where it's like me. It only had two little squatty claws, but it picked up two prize balls
Squatty claws
at the same time. And then they were like, you got to pick one.
Squatty claw.
Pick a prize. And I got an Xbox gift card for 30.
What?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Do you have an Xbox?
I do.
Yes.
Patrick got me one for
Okay,
Christmas.
never mind. I was
Joke's
gonna
on
say, hey,
you.
if you want
to send that my way, I
slide
could
that
regift
my
it.
way.
I probably could regift it. If I don't find a good game, I might find it way in somebody's hands, or maybe it'll be a prize in the future.
Yeah,
We'll see. I'll play it by ear.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, and then I think the last thing of note. Oh, I did run into a guy with the same Mario Kart shirt as I. So I chased him down like a weirdo. I was like, let's get a picture together. And he's like,
no,
okay.
you really chased him down.
No, I did. I was like,
ran
"Get over
after
here."
him. He had his
ran.
backpack on, gave it to James, and ran after him.
Yep.
Here's a cop and a restraining order.
Yeah, for a lot of the games we played, they were finalists for certain genres, whether it's sound, gameplay, game of the show, things like that, and we were able to vote on them. One of the games that was my favorite was called Thunder Ray, and it's currently out on all systems, PlayStation,
like
Xbox, and it's like Mike Tyson's
Cuphead
Punch Out, but with Cuphead, with Cuphead graphics.
Oh,
it
weird.
is awesome. It's all hand drawn.
Did you say have you gotten it yet? Did you?
I bought it. Yeah, it was $7.
You did buy it, okay.
$7 on Steam. I think regular price is $15, so it was like 50% off.
Well, let me open Steam.
Yeah, it up until I think July 14th. Like there's a lot of the
I think it's July
Gamescom
11th.
Latam games are on there.
Or that's when the Steam store sale ends. Yeah, the summer sale.
Yeah.
It ends on the 11th. So you still got 2 days.
2 days. Yeah.
Well, one day if you're listening to this on day
Yeah.
1 day, yeah.
0 days. if
No
you're listening
days.
second day.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
if
go
after
back
that,
in
sorry about
time.
your luck. Yeah.
Even on mobile too. Goodness.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. It's
What's the name of it again?
Thunder Ray.
Currently has a 1.9 out of 5, but
It's Mike Tyson's Punch Out with Cuphead graphics. There's not a lot of depth to it,
yeah,
but it's fun. So
I
I
just be the mobile thing too.
and then the other game that I played, I think it was called Arcadia. It's a 2D side scroller game, but then you have like a partner that you have to figure out like what's going on in the world, and your partner, you also play as your partner, and that's first person. So it's like I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's like a walking simulator with puzzles. So a lot of people are going to be out on that.
Oh,
But
so it's Hellblade 2.
This is much more interesting already in the first like 5 seconds of this game. When they give you the story of the background of what's going on in the game, it's a mystery. Don't know what's going on, but it's very intriguing. So I downloaded the demo on Steam on that one, and I'm probably going to buy that one. Yeah.
Nice.
It's called Arcadia. So
yeah, the one I played, I still don't remember the name of it, but it was a roguelike and a top-down roguelike set in the future.
that's right.
And you had to follow. You got to pick your trail of which path you wanted to take to then get to a boss. But it was like a futuristic dystopian future where like people were watching you in arenas fighting bad guys. I can't. The name is weird.
I don't know.
I keep forgetting it.
Yeah, I can probably pull it up. It's on.
But,
I think it's on my wish
Boom
list.
Boom Ranger? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
That would have made it even better if it would have been that. But it was pretty fun. I played that. That was my game of choice. And then James played a game that was a card-based kingdom game called Nine Kings, and it was kind of a 8-bit, somewhat top-down, turn-based deal. And he was digging it. He hasn't played a lot of card-based, turn-based games, so I had fun watching him play that. Yeah, and that was Gamescom. It was really cool. Also, Pat and I got asked if we were a couple. That was fun.
Tell them the whole story. That
was within 15 minutes of being there. It was right after we won the.
Yes.
Yeah,
I wish we did. I really wish we did.
Well, we talked about it afterwards, and we're like, "What would he have said if we said yes? We are."
Stuff.
Free stuff. Yeah.
We said no, we're just friends, and then he was like, "Oh," like dejected, and walked away. And I was like, "Man, we should have said we were."
I
wanted to see where this is going.
Embarrassed. He was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry that I thought that." I'm like, "Well, I mean, we're best buds, so it's all good."
We're bros.
Throughout the week, we're like, "Yeah, this is why he thought that." We're just doing stupid stuff.
Randomly,
homies can hug.
Yeah,
homies can hug and it not be weird.
That's right. Taking naps together.
Of course,
people are like,
it's not weird for us, but for other people watching, it might be.
Yeah, that was Gamescom. Good times. What else did we do?
We went to the top of
Barrio.
Oh, Barrio. Let's talk about Barrio and that whole excursion adventure.
Barrio Bar. So I look up and I just Google our barcade, and I'm like, surely in a city of 20 million or so people, there's a barcade. And I find a place within 27 minutes of my house. And I'm like, I've never heard of this. Cool.
So 2 hours from your house.
No, it was actually like 25 to 30 minutes. Actually, it was longer because I missed the turn because Patrick and I were talking about life and, such. And so I just kept missing the turn. I was like, maybe I should turn down a street so we can go to this place. So 45 minutes later, we get there. And we go up to this is a place where you go to the front and it's valet parking. So look out.
Wow.
Really, really chic. And
Already
the guy's like, do you have a reservation? And I'm like, reservation? What are you talking about?
Reservation for a barcade?
Yeah. So he's like, sorry, if you don't have a reservation tonight, then someone's already rented out the bar for the whole night. And we're like,
wow.
What? It just rents out the whole place? And just so we totally got just barred from Barrios. But we went back the next day. And so nobody had rented it out. And we went inside and they gave us the spiel of, how it works. You got to, pay for so many coins to put into the machines. And we just do a walkthrough just to check it out. And it's like pinball machines everywhere. And Patrick's like, where are the arcade machines? And I'm like,
there's Pac-Man and Galaga.
Yeah, that's it. It was those are the 2 arcade machines were Pac-Man and Galaga. And we were just like, well, I guess we're gonna try our hand at some pinball. And it was amazing.
It was.
We had a blast.
So what kind of machines were there? There was Turtles.
So many machines.
Mandalorian.
Name an IP, and it was probably
WWE, Lord of the Rings, Stranger Things.
Yep.
Ghostbusters.
Star Wars? Did you already say?
Yeah.
Oh, you already said
Mandalorian, yeah. Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, yeah.
Godzilla.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a bunch of anime stuff.
Terminator?
Was there a Terminator one?
Maybe, but I don't think we played it because it looked pretty basic.
Yeah, basic.
Yeah.
So
they had a Batman one.
They did. They had a Batman. Mm-hmm. They had the classic Batman.
66 Batman.
Yeah. It was a very bright, very colorful, fun. They had some of them were very updated and had like a really nice LCD screen that would show scenes. The last one I played was Godzilla. And at some point, like you would get the ball, it would go into a little area, like it's stuck almost. And then it would say, pick your opponent. And who did I pick?
You picked some monster. I don't remember.
Megadronon or Megadragonon or something. And I fought him, and then I did a rematch, and I don't know. I got gypped somehow, but it was really cool. Like you were fighting, and like they had a health bar and stuff, and You were just, I don't understand how it was working. I was just, you click the paddles.
Button
It was like,
mashing.
how do I even aim at this? Like, I don't know where I'm supposed to hit this. So that was a pretty fun one. Pat, he of course gravitated, and I think he spent most of his coins on.
I spent 3 of my
guess?
10 tokens on WWE.
Yeah, they were
Of course
supposed
you
to
did.
guess, Patrick.
Oh no, yeah, it was
Oh,
awesome. There-
please. That's not a
Yeah.
guess.
yeah, the ball goes up into. It starts off in the ring. Yeah. You get the ball up there. Starts off in the ring, and then your paddles control the ropes of the ring. And so there's like a little slot within the ring where your ball can hit, and if you can pin your opponent, you get a bunch of points. So I tried as much as I could to get the ball up there every single time. And I pinned maybe two wrestlers in my 3 playthroughs. Yeah, that was fun. I want to have that in my house. That was really cool.
Right, that was a really cool one. That one was cool. The other one
That
that was
sounds cool.
cool was Stranger Things. The Dormagarga Gabagon.
Demigorgon.
Gorgon.
Yeah, the Demigorgon. At some point, you could get the Demigorgon to like appear, and it's like his big flower gross head is like right there, and you gotta hit the pinball towards his face and like hit him and try to sink it into his flower booger hole. It was fun. We didn't.
Booger hole.
Flower
Yeah,
booger
flower
hole?
booger hole. Yeah, isn't that what it's called? We weren't able to conquer that
Sure.
one, but we did. We played that one a few times. Now, for me, the big highlight of the night is when we played the Lord of the Rings table. And
Yeah, for
at
you, because you played it. I didn't
yeah,
play
for
Lord
me.
of the Rings. Yeah.
You played
or-
it once.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I did. I
you
didn't.
did.
I wasn't any good at it.
I mean, you were all right. You did pretty good,
Nah,
pretty natural.
It wasn't my.
but at the back of the table, like in the back wall, there's a huge precious, the ring of power. And there's a little ramp.
And you had to hit it
Huge
real
precious.
hard.
You got to hit it hard and perfectly zip, right down the middle. And on my last play, like probably within the last 5 minutes I was at the table, I put it right down the middle and I fought the Witch King. It was really cool.
Oh snap! Did he scream
felt-
at you?
He was like, I don't know. It just, his like face popped up on it didn't have an LCD screen. It had like it looked like, what was the VR with Nintendo? The Nintendo Boy.
Ugh, the
boy.
virtual boy.
Oh God, the
Virtual
virtual
boy.
boy.
Yeah, it had like red. Didn't it have like
Headache and a-
red
Oh, yeah.
pixelations?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it wasn't
Oh,
headache
red.
because your face wasn't like stuck to it,
That's
looking at
true.
like, oh,
Yeah.
look at this.
I had one of those when I was a kid.
Wow.
Dude, I played that in a Walmart, and I kidded myself thinking this is really cool. And then like
Yeah.
years later, I'm like, that
I
was
played
really
the
stupid.
heck out of like tennis, Mario
Yeah,
tennis.
I played one, and they had it set up in a Blockbuster. This is where I played it.
Yep.
But yeah, so the pinball was fun. That was a good time. Where else did we go, Patrick?
We
You
went
remember?
to that game store or toy store.
We did the
Oh
game
my
and
goodness.
toy collectible store.
Yeah, it was like Funko Pops, old games, used games, new games, a lot of memorabilia. That was neat, but the upstairs to this place was absolutely incredible. There
It was
were
$1 million worth of
at
collectibles.
least
Oh my God.
there
It
were
was
full size
crazy.
Iron Man. Like Iron Man was taller than me. There was a Spider Man, and just full. Just it looks like the actual suits.
And it
from the
looked
movie.
like,
Didn't
I'm
come
like,
home with a suit.
It was $30,000 or something
And
like
you
that.
didn't come home with a suit.
yeah, come on, Patrick. Where's your priorities?
Put that on layaway, man.
I was like,
Like,
how much is
I
1
thought
million reais? Feels like that's a
Spider-Man's
lot.
Spider-Man's life-size suit and mannequin looked so real. I thought he was going to move. Like it looked really good. It looked really, really real.
Yeah.
Was that the same place where they had or maybe this was a different place where you took pictures where they had like the He-Man figures and things
Yes.
like that?
It's the same place, except they doubled what they had from the last time I was there.
Wow.
Like they covered the place. And there was so many like just I don't even know how to describe it. Like just professionally done like collectibles. Like nothing you're gonna find in like a Walmart collectible or like, like they were huge and they were so well crafted. Like it was incredible. All the stuff they had in there. That was really cool. Also in Achibaya, we jeeped up a dirt road to the top of a mountain. We barely made it.
Barely made it.
because our car is 2-wheel drive and the dirt road. It's been so dry here. Actually, we just had rain for the first time in months yesterday and today. And but the road was so dry that it was like hitting snow. Like when we would get at a certain point and all of a sudden the wheels would turn and be like, "Bzzz." And so pretty much everybody had to get out, get covered in dust while Mindy navigated up it. And then we walked up and we finally made it to the top. And it was a good time. We had a little picnic. And then later that night, I had a little hot dog weenie roast at a friend's house and had some Brazilian s'mores by the fire. Hot tip. If you're making s'mores and you don't want to worry about doing it the right way to where the chocolate bar melts, Nutella is the key.
Well, I was skeptical, but it was genius.
Tasty.
That sounds like it would be good. I don't make them with Hershey's chocolate anymore. I use Reese's.
Oh yeah, it's also a good move.
Oh,
That's a
I
good
hadn't
call.
even thought about it.
Yeah.
I just wish I
Reese's is just ridiculous.
I just wish I liked marshmallows enough.
That's fair. I also don't really like marshmallows.
I don't like
that.
marshmallows, so I just never make s'mores. I eat all the components.
Yeah, that's fair.
The deconstructed s'more without
Yeah.
the marshmallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I find marshmallows cold to be not very
Yeah.
good, but when it's hot and roasted
Hot and
over
goopy.
fire,
It has to
like,
be.
oh
It
man,
has to be
goopy marshmallows.
Mhm.
Yum! I could drink it. Give
So
me a cup of goopy marshmallow.
in New England now, granted it's usually not hot, but they actually have a spreadable
Oh, like Jiffy
marshmallows?
Whip or whatever it's called.
well
Oh,
they
yeah,
call
yeah.
it they call it fluff.
yeah.
Does that taste
And
the same?
it tastes the same. It's just
I don't think it
melted.
does.
But basically the big thing was in New England they would make like what they call fluffernutter sandwiches.
What'd you call me?
You know,
You watch your mouth,
you heard me.
Silly
You heard me.
fluffy nutter.
you fluffy
Which
nutter.
was obviously fluff and peanut butter. But yeah, that's a huge thing in New England.
I
is,
don't
like,
know
the
if I would
spread.
like. Well, I guess I did just say Reese's, but then no, I'd need chocolate in there somewhere too.
Yeah,
Sure, all of it.
sure.
Cool. I'll have to make that sometime. That sounds good. Yeah. Any other Patrick places, events?
Nah, man, it was great. Food was great.
That's crazy that y'all got to go to a Gamescom. Like,
I
that's just
know.
It's so
wild.
funny that just like it was just there, like, oh hey, let's go to Gamescom.
Hey, let's go to this.
Yeah,
The
and we were
stars
there for
aligned.
7 hours.
That's the way to do it, man.
We were
Bring
there
it in
pretty
right.
much until my son's legs went numb, and he was like, "I'm not gonna
Suck
make
it
it,
up,
Dad."
James.
And I'm like, "I'm not
Drag it,
carrying you,
son.
so we better get out of here."
Yeah, so that
Nah,
was-
you
that
better
was-
you better keep walking.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
he
better walk
lasted
that off.
longer than either of us thought.
You better walk it
Yeah.
off.
But when there's video games with all of us being gamers,
It helped.
It did help
It
a lot.
sustained us. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet deal.
So, yeah, it was a good time. I was glad to have some Patrick time. So that kind of goes into Eagle for me. In addition to the Earl and the Iffle, Did we play video games at home? We did play. Some.
Yes.
Didn't we?
The
What did we
best game I've ever played as a party. It's called What the Dub.
Oh, right. That's right. We played What the Dub.
So What the Dub
What a
is
game.
a party. Think of it like Jackbox, like
Mhm.
Quiplash.
But very
No,
basic.
I like Quiplash.
So this game, what the premise is, it plays a clip with audio, and then the audio goes out, but the clip continues. And what your job is you have your phone, you play with your phone just like Quiplash, and what you do is you have a freeform box where you can just start typing out what you think they would say, not actually what they would say, but make it funny. So, for example, there's a couple guys that they were on a train together, sitting next to each other. He's like, "Have I told you?" And then the audio goes out, and then my response was, "I'm wearing your underwear." like just that kind of
Funny
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, just stupid stuff. And you can write it out. You can add sound effects. And what's great about this is not only does your words come up on the screen as you're playing other people, it is also voiced. So everything that you say will be voiced exactly the way it's said.
That's the way to use AI.
It was surprising, and that was the best part of the game was hearing what you had written, and it was a riot. I mean, the games last 5 minutes?
Where'd you play this at?
I played it on PlayStation.
PlayStation.
It's on PlayStation.
It's on. I think it's on multiple places. It's like $5.
I see it.
Like,
I see it on Steam. It's like,
but it's really funny. You have
$3.
sound effects too, so it was perfect for us because if you didn't hear, we played a game. I can't remember if we mentioned it last time we were on. We played that game every day. Like,
I'm sure you did.
Since Patrick's been gone, we're still playing the game. Because
I need a
James
GMF
walks up to
shirt.
me and he's like, "Dad, GMF."
I need a shirt that says that.
Yeah, for sure.
That reminds me of that. They had one of those games on a game like that on Whose Line Is Anyway, not GMF, but the.
I was like, transition.
That'd have been awesome if they played
what the dub, where they basically have a video that would play.
Oh yeah, they would do that.
Yes, yeah. It's basically like that. Yeah.
You just get to be surprised by what each of you thinks, and I mean, we were crying laughing sometimes.
Nice.
It was pretty funny.
Mindy had one that had me dying. I'm still laughing about it. It was a pretty good.
Yeah,
one. Yeah. It's a party game, and it's family oriented. If you want to,
well, you can make it not family oriented,
and then if you,
it is,
it's
up to the people around you.
As you want
there are options to bleep it out.
Yeah, it'll bleep it out.
Yeah, so it won't even if you write any cursory word, it will bleep it out, and it won't even
flavor text. We call those flavor.
Yeah, star exclamation point.
And it was pretty good at finding, like, it even sometimes it bleeped out the word. I'm like, I didn't see that, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I can see that how you can take that the wrong way.
Yeah,
so makes sense.
So yeah, What the Dub was a riot.
What else was a riot? Was Tribulation.
What is this?
Oh no, I forgot about that. If you would never have brought this up again, I would have forgotten it for the rest of my life.
Patrick and I watched a movie, a very special movie with
that looks
Gary
like the
Busey.
most C-rated movie ever.
You see who else is there? Not just Gary Busey,
Lois Lane, Howie Mandel.
Oh
with
my
hair.
god!
Free bald head, yeah.
With hair and a goatee.
You lost me at Christian
Gary
movie
Busey.
about the tribulation with Gary Busey.
Oh man, it was special. So special. I mean, it was. So we found out after the fact it was actually a sequel
Oh my gosh.
to the movie called Revelation, which was done in a more like, I don't like fake news kind of, like, not fake news like we know fake news, but they did, everything was framed around the news and how the apocalypse and end times and all that would unfold. This one was the sequel in a more personal angle, I guess. And you followed Gary Busey's character. He's an agnostic policeman who's I guess it was a friend of the family was a Christian, but then his brother-in-law is like into the occult and uses Ouija boards, and they're talking about the Antichrist and all this crazy stuff. But pretty much they have all these conversations, and they're really crazy and outlandish things that they say and do. And then he's in a car accident and he wakes up in the end times, and he's of course got a full beard and full long hair. He's been in the hospital, and now everybody is getting questioned one by one by putting on a VR helmet, and then they're in front of the Antichrist, and the Antichrist is like, I'm gonna heal you, I'm gonna give you riches, I'm gonna give you whatever you want, you just have to put 666 on your hand and then you'll be good to go, and if you don't, then you die in the VR helmet. And it was just about them trying to take down the Antichrist.
So Left Behind before Left Behind.
Yeah, but barely, because it came out in 1999.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's right around the same time. Maybe it's after.
It came out the same. I mean, when we were watching it, and after we saw what year it was, I'm like, can you imagine this movie came out the same time as The Matrix, and just comparing the special
budget.
effects,
Oh my
comparing
goodness. Yeah, I think I could make this movie with that budget. It was
possibly.
dialogue was incredible. Dialogue.
But at some point towards the beginning, when they're like laying the groundwork for the end times, there's these hooded men standing around a table, and they stick their fingers on the table, and they're like, let's test our mind control. And they take control of like the brother-in-law and another random person who a husband whose wife is a Christian reading the Bible. And like when they take them over, they just all of a sudden they hate Christians. They want to kill all the Christians. And the guy like picks up the Bible and he's like, I don't want this in my house, and I don't want you in my house. And so he goes and he wants to kill the wife, and then they end up Gary Busey's character goes in there, and the hooded fingermen on the table, like they make like a
hooded
ringing sound. Hooded fingermen. I'm really doing justice to this.
The hooded fingermen. It looks, these people are supposed to be
they're supposed to be demons, I think.
The demons, but they're in like an office, like an oval office with like paintings,
oval office,
like normal paintings on the wall. And it's just like, this is supposed to be the demon's lair.
Yep. And then when they
in the Bible,
I was like, they're just in the 7th floor of a building,
I guess that's in the finer details of the tribulation.
Yeah, you didn't read that in Revelation chapter 25.
Yeah.
They're
filming it. They're like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
No one's gonna watch this anyways.
Yeah. But they do their little finger things, and they like close their eyes and shake, and then it causes the people they mind control to just run out and jump out windows. Because
what else?
What else would you do once they've taken over your mind? So yeah, we watched that, and the only thing at the end was the saving grace of it. Gary Busey makes his way into a church, and he talks to Jesus and has a conversation, a heartfelt conversation. It was actually the last like 2 minutes was like, oh, this
was actually
nice.
Like redeeming.
Yeah,
probably the closest thing he's ever had to talking to Jesus.
Maybe, I don't know.
Sort of stuff.
He said in the interview we watched, he said he had a coming to Jesus moment back in '95 after he had done cocaine and done all this stuff, and and then it was interesting for sure. So yep, that was good times watching that bad boy.
Yeah, on the other side of the eagle side is we did Through the Word together.
That's right.
No fair.
It was awesome. Drinking coffee, hanging out. Through the Word, wording it up.
Wow,
that was awesome. Just getting to.
He's a Christian. Sorry.
No, yeah.
Oh, are you looking up Wikipedia?
Yeah, I looked up Gary Busey to see if he actually,
professes.
Professes himself.
Yep, he does.
Check that out.
It was very surprising.
Look at God. Look at God doing stuff.
He's capable. He is able.
Absolutely.
More than able. But that was awesome. Getting that time with Pat just to finish out Romans, finish out Journey 3, I think it was.
4. Wait, 3.
That's right. Yeah, we're in 4.
We're on 4 now.
Yeah, and getting to listen to that and together, it was great.
Luke, I was wanting to listen to 5 chapters of Romans to get, or maybe it was 7 to get up to where Lucas was. And because there was no Wi-Fi on the plane and I could not download Through the Word offline, if you're already in a group, you can't download it. So Lucas wouldn't let me leave the room until I.
That's right. He'd get up in the morning and he's like, "Hey, man." I'm like, "Go back to your room. Did you listen to Romans yet?"
I was like,
"Do your homework."
What are you doing out of your room, slave?
Yeah.
I told you.
Sorry,
Dad.
Dad.
Just turn the lock around and just lock him in.
Yeah, exactly. Lock him in his room. Yeah, he got to sleep in James's bunk bed. He only hit his head once, I think.
That's special.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Was it more or less comfortable than the day bed that you slept in?
It was 100% more comfortable. I could fit on the bunk bed.
He could. It was a fresh mattress too. We just got him the new mattress like
I
2
even
months ago.
told Lucas, I was like, this is a comfortable bed. I'm not missing my bed at all.
And then the next day, he had the worst sleep the whole week.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Yep, you shouldn't have. You
Jinxed
brought it
myself.
on yourself, young man.
Yep.
But yeah. And then that was then once he did his homework, then we eventually got to listen to Romans and
Then
had
he
good
was
talk
free.
together.
Mhm.
Then he was
Free to
free.
go
And then he
back.
was free
Yeah.
to make us some egg holes. And so that
Mhm.
was fun.
Yeah.
He made egg holes.
Oh no, Ryan doesn't know what egg holes are.
What? What about
Mark,
toads in a
I
hole?
can't say I know what egg holes
Egg
are.
hole.
What about toads in a hole? Do you know what that is?
Nope.
So what you do is you take bread,
You get your toast, right?
you get your toast,
You get your
and
bread
then
toast.
you make a etch-a-sketch, or you can
That
have
was a sand. It's like this is sandy toast.
just take a cookie cutter,
This is a
cut
lot.
out the middle of the bread, you put it on a griddle with butter, and then you pour what Lucas does. He just puts an egg in the middle.
Oh,
I put
I
that
scramble
straight
the
up
eggs.
egg in the middle.
I scramble the eggs and I pour it in there, and then you let it cook, and then you flip it over. It's kind of like French toast without the vanilla extract.
Oh, okay.
Deconstructed
That
French
actually-
toast.
My kids might like that.
It's
Maybe.
really good. So
You used to do it.
yeah.
It's good.
Lucas and his family puts ketchup on it, which is wild for me because my family, it's breakfast food, and we put syrup and powdered sugar on it.
Ketchup goes on everything.
I don't know. It doesn't. I mean, I'll fight you on that.
Ketchup,
You wanna
ketchup
fight?
can go
No.
on most things.
No, it can't.
Yeah.
It ruins
can.
the taste unless you like ketchup.
Grayson licked the ketchup off of his plate tonight. I don't even know what he had for dinner, but I
It
came
doesn't
home
matter.
and he was literally just licking a plate
Licking
of
that
ketchup.
Never
And I
let
was
a drop
like,
go to
Good
waste.
stuff. You get the
maybe
right
let's
ketchup.
not do that.
Yeah, I mean,
You said,
eggs
"God,
are very
have my plate
versatile.
clean."
You can do egg sweet. You can do egg salty. Yeah.
Sure.
Cheesy.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
would probably do
whatever you
cheese.
want.
Mine would probably have lots of
In a
cheese.
boat with a
Cheese
goat.
would be good. But yeah,
Mhm.
definitely recommend it. Do it Patrick's way, because when we do the now we like to do the whole egg in the toast sometimes, just because you get the yolk, and then with the toast that you cut out, you can, after you fry that, you can dip it in the yolk. That's yummy.
Oh, like sunny side up type.
Yeah, a
thing.
little sunny side up,
That's
put
a
it in a hole.
good. That's a good move. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to try that.
Yep. So
There you go.
there you go.
Mhm.
That's I think that's it. Iffle, Earl, Iggle for us.
I was gonna say that kind of morphed into it went
Y'all,
started
yeah,
in
that was
Pat's
great, though.
and then
That's-
kind of went into Lucas, which I mean I know a lot of you guys.
That's all the
I'm
same. Yeah, it's
I
really
said
all
we
the
were going to do
same.
it together.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
All right. Next
Cool.
up, Mark S.
What is
Boucher Kiss.
so on the Earl side of things, obviously watched more of Summer Games Done Quick last week. They finished up on Saturday, and they raised over $2.5 million.
Wow. That's
Jeez.
awesome.
They actually
Nice.
beat their previous record, and now to date they have raised over $50 million in
That's incredible.
charity.
That's
So-
crazy, man.
Yep.
Kudos.
So don't say video games can't do nothing for you. So
Yeah.
I think the best runs that I saw from the week, and I think I mentioned this in a previous episode. So they had this guy who has a Shiba Inu dog. His name is Peanut Butter. And the last time they had him on, they had him speed running, and they had this like specially designed controller for him. And the owner of the dog would use treats to kind of coax him into pushing a particular button at a certain moment. And so the first game they had him run originally back at the beginning of the year, they had him do a speed run of Gyromite, which was on the NES. It's one of the
I was gonna say, is that like one of like the Vegemite or Marmite or like Gyromite? Is that another one?
No. So when they first started selling the NES in America, they sold it with this like toy robot thing called Rob the Robot, and you could use that, and it sort of interacted with the games. and one of the games that they sold with Rob the Robot was Gyromite, and so they had him speedrun Gyromite. Well, this time they had him speedrun Ken Griffey Jr. Presents Major League Baseball.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you speed run that?
Basically, you have to understand the how the computer works and how to get the best result in the quickest amount of time. So he did it in under and basically they had a specific category. He just needed to win a game.
Mhm.
And so he won the game and did it in under 30 minutes. And basically it's just got this board where he would like feed him a treat and like, okay, button, and he'd like put his paw down and hit the spot. And it was insane to watch, and it was big enough to where like ESPN covered it on their front page.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. And so I highly encourage you to check out that run because it's really cool to watch the dog do it and watch the comment and listen to the commentary on it while it's going on and everything. Then of course I talked about last week we they do all these Kaizo games where they're like incredibly difficult mods of different games like Super Mario and stuff like that. They had a bunch of those at this that you can't really go wrong. Like they had Kaizo Mario Galaxy and things like that, and this is really cool to check out. So yeah, watched that a lot last week. More on the Earl side of things. Went to my sister had her 40th birthday party on Sunday, and
Happy
so
birthday.
we were invited over
birthday,
to their
sis.
house. So had a good time hanging out with the family and with friends at my sister's house, celebrating her birthday and everything. Side note, have you guys ever, or do you own, or have you guys ever tried a Soda Stream? Do you know what
I
that
saw
is?
you sucking
Yeah,
yours down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So so my in-laws decided to purchase, because we drink a lot of seltzer water and stuff around here. They decided to purchase a Soda Stream machine, and so it's pretty nifty, and I'm sure saves a lot of money because now we
Yeah.
can make our own stuff. You have to get the flavoring for it. They come in these little tiny bottles. You just add like a little bit at a time. And
I was about to say, if you're just doing seltzer water, it shouldn't be much flavoring at all, right?
No, you
Yeah.
just basically fill up the little cap and then drop it in that way.
You can make your own LaCroix.
That's basically what it is. It's actually like the kind of flavoring we have is bubbly, so which is basically like LaCroix.
Yeah.
So
You don't just shout like fruit names into the water and then put it on the Soda Stream real quick, like banana.
I thought about that. Have to like sort of stand outside the window of my house and then like gently, guide my fingernails across it. Yeah.
Throw an orange at your window.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can it now. Can it?
Yeah. Yep. Now we got the flavor. But no, I'm actually, once we move into our own place, we are definitely getting a Soda Stream because that's pretty legit. Yeah, that's pretty much it on the IRL side of things. We really didn't have a whole lot of stuff going on. Saturday was a super chill day. Like we didn't go anywhere. We just sort of hung out the whole day and just vegged out. But on the IFL side of things, played a little bit of Fortnite once Pat was back in the States. It's funny, when he was gone, like we really didn't get together and play. I think Justin, Tim, and I got together once while he was gone. And then once he came back, we jumped in again.
Yeah, we played that new mode.
Yep. We played Reload, which
whatever.
we talked about that a little bit about that last episode.
Yeah, that is a very fun game.
Yeah.
It's action packed.
It's
all
great
the time.
honestly, I know they're not going to, but I hope they somewhat keep that game type back in there, especially because I'm not super happy with this season. But
No,
The
I like
season part is the part with the cars, right? Where you're just driving around a bunch.
yes.
that's the normal
Yeah.
part, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I will say, I've never been so tempted to get into ranked, because ranked mode right now, the turret cars and the cars are all disabled. So
Just
yeah,
looking for some
Yes.
reprieve from the
Yeah.
car.
Yes.
Yeah.
so I think that's still around until the 18th. So I think I may be playing some of that. But I'm hoping I don't get just completely smoked because it's ranked. But
I don't know. If you haven't played Rake before, hopefully it's
It
a
usually
good
will put you
matchmaking.
like it'll put you in like a skill bracket and like
right,
yeah, you'll go up or down based on,
because I'm not looking to like, get super high rank or anything. I just want to play.
Yeah.
casual.
Right.
So,
Right.
but on the Eagle side of things, obviously keeping on through the word. I'm in Exodus. I want to say we're in 12. Yeah.
Oh my
So-
gosh.
So right at the
you guys are way ahead of me.
right at the Passover. So
I think I'm where Moses is speaking to the burning bush. Like, what the heck?
that's like 3 or 4.
I know. Yeah, I'm early.
It's all good though. But moving my way through that, and
That's been awesome, Mark, that you've been able to. This is I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the most consistent you've been
yep,
in the devotional area. So that's
Yep.
awesome that you've
keeping it
been
going.
keeping it going, enjoying it.
Go out, get me some coffee, go for a drive, do my devotions, do it every morning.
Yeah.
Earlier now, because now I am officially working 8 to 5. Thank you, Pat.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
What were you
Oh.
before? I forget.
So I was working 10 to 7,
Okay.
and then we had a new lady come on our team, and she has taken my 10 to 7 spot. So Pat remembered me asking for it. So yeah, officially moved 8 to 5.
Nice.
Nice.
So get
Well, congratulations, man.
Oh, thank you.
So how's it feel? Because it's been 2 days right now, going 8 to 5.
It's weird. Like, and Kristen was like, I feel like it's later than it is because you're out here, and it's like only 5:30, 6 o'clock. It should be like 8 o'clock.
I don't know if I need to be looking at you yet.
Yes.
Go back downstairs.
Get back down there.
Well, everywhere is downstairs for us because all our living quarters are in the basement.
Right.
So I'm just in the back room in the.
How is that? How is the living going with everybody being there?
I've told I can't remember if I mentioned this last week. Like, I told Kristen, I was like, you remember how I told you if we ever live in an apartment complex, I never want to live below anybody.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yeah.
why, especially with little kids, because they are in just a constant state of running. Like, that's
Yeah.
all they do is just run.
Yeah.
And so that's all you hear is running and screaming. Thankfully, like, we're downstairs, so we can kind of be out of all of that. But like, my oldest nephew wakes up with nightmares at like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and they're up at like 6.
Does he sleep in full pajamas?
I think he does. Yeah.
Tell your family to try stripping him down. My kids did the exact same thing when they slept in full pajamas. They run hot. They all have to sleep like basically naked, or they will have night terrors.
Interesting.
Really?
Since we've done that, I have not had a single
Hot tips
child
with Ryan
wake
Isley.
Wow.
They basically thought he does this whenever he's in a new place. Even
be
though
that,
like he's here during the day typically, like
Right.
he takes naps here, but now that he's like living here, it's they have said. I think it's just because they're in a new place. I mean, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So
I would try it just to see, because like, yeah, my kids did the same thing. Like we were like, okay, maybe they just get too hot, and like, so we strip them down and
yeah,
they sleep through the night. But yes, the waking up at 6 is a problem because they ain't got no job.
yep,
Right.
What are you getting up that early for?
yep. God's not even awake.
He's on the other
God's-
side of the world taking care of
God's
people who
drinking
should be
his
awake.
coffee. Like, why are you up?
Go back to bed. But no, other than that, and we have to share the kitchen upstairs, obviously. So it's just coordinating with that, making food and stuff like that. But other than that, it's really not terrible. But I mean, we would like to have our own place fairly soon. And we're just a few months away from trying to figure all that out, at least. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how
Yeah.
that goes. But that's pretty much it for me. Excited we're going into the studio this weekend
Woohoo.
Woo!
All right.
for longer session. So
Nice.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or just Friday,
all day
Saturday?
Saturday, just Saturday.
Okay.
But it'll be a longer day on Saturday. So,
Nice.
but yeah, that's it for me. So that leaves you, Mr. Isley.
Well, howdy, hey, hey.
Howdy, hey.
Let's see. I'll start with Eagle because you ended sort of with Eagle.
There you go.
Obviously, yes, going through the word. I didn't start reading the new journey until like the beginning of July, so I'm a few days behind you. I'm at 9. I think I'll be reading Exodus 9 tomorrow. I've still been enjoying it. I like the jokes that Chris Langeman.
Chris.
The song titles.
Those are hilarious. I laugh every time I hear them. Like, it's just two dad joke dudes.
I love
Yep.
Chris's references. Like, I love, like, there's an entire episode where all he was doing was just dropping
Yes.
foreigner
Foreigner songs. Yeah.
Yep.
foreigner song titles.
That's
And then there was the whole
hilarious.
episode, like, back in Journey 3, where, like, he was dropping a bunch of Back to the Future references. I'm like,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah, he's a nerd. We got to figure out how to get him on here. Like, we got to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I tried, man. I tried.
I know you did.
You did.
We're going to keep trying.
Yep.
Exactly. Yes.
So yeah, I've been doing that. Also, like right before, I guess it was the week before July 4th, my church started doing a 40 days of prayer.
Mhm.
So every morning at like 5 or 5:30, I get a text on my phone of like a guided prayer time. So I've been doing that on the way to work because it's only like, I think it's only like 5 minutes, really. So that's about how much time I have now in the morning to myself.
Yeah.
It's about that. So I do those in the morning. And then also I had sent my friend, and Lucas, you would know about this. I had sent my friend the plan for the 30-day shred that I was talking
Oh,
about
yeah?
starting this month. He went ahead and started it on July 1st.
Did he?
I didn't know that he started it on July 1st.
Oops.
And he was like, yeah. And he called me one day. He was like, yeah, where are you at on it? I was like, what?
Nowhere?
Doing
I'm
what?
at home. What are you doing?
So, yeah, he's on, well, it's day 9. So he's on day 9. And I just started listening to it Saturday. I want to say this past Saturday. I am now like 3. I'll be 3 days behind. Like I've went from day 1 to I just finished day 7 today.
Wow.
So we are
You're shredding
in
it.
that day 7 ends with if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we're 1 Samuel 22. So
Is this like a through the Bible, like reading through the Bible?
through the entire Bible in 30 days.
Oh my gosh.
You're literally like day one is practically all of Genesis.
Yeah.
Like it's really like practically all of Genesis. Yeah. So like you're trying to just get the big picture overview.
Yeah.
So like, put it on like 1.5 or higher speed, and
in the
you're
beginning,
just
God
like,
created the heavens and the earth.
I have it on 2. Like honestly, right now, I have it on 2. And I still understand every single word, and I know exactly. I'm like, dang, man, I can listen to this on 2. I felt pretty proud of myself.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna slow it down once I catch up, which hopefully will be tomorrow, because I can usually listen to like 2 or 3 during the workday. So yeah, that's been fun trying to catch up to where he is. So Justin, if you're listening, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna catch up.
Look out. You heard it here first.
I'm still flabbergasted by the 2 times.
Yeah. It's fast. It's really fast.
I mean, like in Exodus, they're talking about the Amorites, the Jebusites, the Hittites.
Oh man, those words are so fast. Yeah. That's how it sounds, but like I hear the first syllable and I know exactly what they're about to say.
Oh my god.
Like, oh, okay. Yeah, they're talking about all those and then all the stuff. So like,
and all the stuff.
I would be rewinding. You hit backwards for 10 seconds. It goes back like 4 chapters.
Yeah.
No.
Like, you remember you need to do something later, and then you missed a chapter. It's like, oh, rewind that.
That's pretty much it for Eagle. We didn't have church this past Sunday. We do, I guess, because I'm in a mega church, which I don't feel like it's a mega church to me. It doesn't feel like a mega church.
What's your size? Church size?
Apparently bigger than I thought. I guess because we have the 4 campuses.
Oh, they combine it. Okay.
Yeah, like I think overall it's like 10,000 people, I guess, a weekend.
Yeah, if you're counting it that way, that's mega church. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we usually like holiday stuff. They'll just be like, yeah, don't come to church. Go be the church. Go out, have a barbecue, invite some people over, spread love to your neighbors and stuff like that. So that's what we did this past week, which goes into IRL stuff. I went over to Sam's house, my worship pastor, for 4th of July. We've done this now for the past 2 or 3 years. So we just go over to his house, hang out, have some yummy food and beer, and just sit around and talk and watch.
I'm glad you separated that out, because if you put the beer into the yummy food category, I'd be like,
So let me tell you about this one beer. It was called Lunch Break. It is a peanut butter, banana, and honey sandwich sour.
Oh, what? Sour. That's I was gonna say it has to be a sour.
I'll send a picture in our chat that we have.
That's some like Elvis type stuff going on.
It was crazy. Like every single one of those flavors that I said, you taste every single one of them. So like as soon as you take a sip, you're hit with banana, peanut butter, and then you taste the honey, and then you taste the bread. Like you can taste the taste of bread. I was flabbergasted.
What?
I don't even know what to do with that information, but I'm very intrigued.
I was like, this is literally a sandwich that someone just liquefied and put in this can. Like we were all like, the one of the guys that we drink with, his name is Kambui. He's just now getting into like different beers. Like he doesn't really drink beer like you, Lucas. I can get him to try sours, and this was one of the ones that he wanted to try. So I bought this one a while back, and I've just been waiting for us to all get together so we
For the
can
right
drink
moment.
it. And that was the right moment. And we were all just like, that's insane, that flavor profile.
That is pretty insane.
I probably would not buy it again, though, because that one can, 16-ounce can, was like $8 or $9.
Woo!
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah, I'm looking at
Yeah.
it right now. Oh my goodness! It also comes out like it is a bottle of honey.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah,
goodness.
it looks like honey. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was delicious, but yeah, like I
Hmm.
can't justify spending $10 on one can.
Nope.
Yeah. So
Oops. Wrong one.
that was oh, that's cool. Yeah, so we just went over and did that. That was fun. I guess Earl really ain't much going on, man. I'm just trying to survive this heat.
Yep.
Like working
the
out in the
rest of
heat.
us.
Like today was awful. Like the past couple of weeks have been awful, especially when you're outside. Yep, that's it. That's exactly what it looks like. Yeah, the past couple of weeks have just been so hot. Complete polar opposite of you, Lucas, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you're in
Literally
winter now, right?
polar opposite.
Dude, like I said, it rained for the first time in months the other day, and it is downright chilly. Like I have 2 long sleeve shirts on.
Surprisingly, same though. It rained for the first time here in a couple of months,
And it just
but we were in a drought.
turned
And
into-
we
yeah.
needed
Yeah, we've had multiple days of like
heat index
heat-
over 100.
heat warnings, like
Yeah.
in terms of humidity, like feels like 103
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing because of the humidity. And we hadn't had rain in well over a month.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
And
You feel it.
yeah,
Like the mornings when the humidity is really high, it just feels like you're stepping outside into somebody's mouth, and it's gross.
oh my gosh, forgot to mention, like we had a 4th of July party, like that happened.
Yeah.
4th of July, and that was the first time in over a month it rained. Figures. We're having,
Yeah,
Fourth of
it
July.
did rain. It did rain 4th of
we're having,
July.
we're having a pool party, and of course it decides to rain then. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
yeah.
Yep. And I'm proud to be. Yeah, it was fun. Did you find my? Yep, you
Yeah,
did.
on Untapped, Ryan Isley is drinking a lunch break.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a wild beer. Wild. What else?
I'm
is
trying to
going
find
on?
it where it's at near me.
If it was for you, for friends, I will go buy another and I will hold on to it until we're together and I'll bring it with me. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Earl. Iffle, you're gonna be upset, Lucas. I did finish Cinemas Saga.
Mm-hmm.
I think I talked about it last week. I liked it. It needed more fighting. There was a few parts in it that had like really intense fighting, and I was like, cool. Where was this the entire game? Because it's only like 2 parts, 2 or 3 parts like that.
Mm-hmm.
Visually, that game is absolutely stunning. Like that they really could have just split that up and made like a mini series out of it, and you wouldn't have known any different.
Mm-hmm.
Which I wouldn't be mad if they did do like a Cinemas TV type adaptation or something.
Yeah, it'd be
Like
incredible. Yeah.
the graphics alone already are just like that. I'm like, dang man, is this TV? Am I like? Because the cutscenes are ridiculous.
Is this full motion video? And I didn't know.
Yeah, I was like, is this real? Wait, is that really her? Yeah, it needed something else. I don't know what it needed, but like it was just. This one was way more story driven, like way more story. The other one was like a lot more combat intertwined with the story. This one was just like, nah, you're gonna walk and we're gonna just talk. You're gonna just hear all the voices, all her friends just talking.
Mhm.
So walking / talking simulator is really what it was. Still, I liked it just because I like that series. I probably won't play it again. I finished it and they were like, you can now go through and listen to the other audios of. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
I
And then
can, but I won't.
and then I deleted it from my Xbox.
There you
And then I did beat. I sat down here because I have the PlayStation sitting right beside me. I sat down here and I was like, you know what? Maybe Lucas will love me if I. Did you just have a ghost walking around?
What was that? That was
What the
weird.
heck was that?
That's creeping me out. Okay, I'm about to strip all my clothes off because I'm having a night terror right now.
Did you just have a ghost just walk right in front of your camera?
What the heck was that? I don't even know.
I
Like,
don't, did I do something that like made it a glamour shot or something?
Audio people, you absolutely need to
You
go
missed.
watch the video.
It's
of this
about
when it's
That's
up.
where
1
the friendly
hour.
ghost
Yeah,
just
1
walked
hour
through.
and 10 minutes in.
1 hour, 10 minutes in. Just watch the ghost just walk.
I don't know what just happened. I was looking at you,
Anyway.
Ryan, and then looking at Mark, and then all of a sudden I see the flash of light, and I'm like, "What is happening?"
the
right
angel of the Lord passing
now? Yes,
over.
it's say, "Hey, I'm here." By the way,
Yeah. I finished God of War. I was way further in than I thought I was.
yeah. How long
'cause
did
I
it
only
take you
had
to
it-
finish? Like a couple hours, an hour.
Maybe like 3 hours.
Gosh, man, you got that far, and you were just like, "I'm not going to do this right now. I got too much Destiny 2 to
There
waste
was a
my life
lot.
with."
There was a lot of things. Destiny being one of them, which that's why you're not going to be happy with me. This past
Dude,
Saturday,
Yeah,
literally all day. That's all I did. I had no goals. I didn't do like really anything at all.
I've been there,
I
man.
was
That's
just
all I can
like
say.
I was just
I
like
can't judge you,
it's my comfort
even though
game,
I do.
man. I like playing with my friends. Like
Yeah.
we just messed around. It was fun. Did a couple of dungeons. I actually played with I think Grayson got online and we played a couple of missions together.
Aw, that's good.
And then
can't be mad at that.
last night I attempted the final boss of the new raid for Final Shape. Man, I'm glad I didn't try that day one. There wouldn't have been a way. There's no way. Like they were calling out all sorts of things, and I was just like, I'm just here to kill stuff. I was on ad clear. I had like one of the easiest jobs, and I still was like, there's so much happening. I don't know what's happening. So we didn't finish it, but I think they grabbed another checkpoint for it for today. So at some point this week, I'm gonna be probably trying to help them finish it again. And then I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to play next on PlayStation.
I don't believe you.
I am. I'm trying to figure out what I want to play next.
Do you have another PlayStation game you've abandoned and you just have 3 hours left to
Spider-Man.
play and to finish it?
Spider
To trick me, to make me feel like you actually did something. You didn't do nothing, man. Nothing. You played 3 hours of one of the best games ever after abandoning it.
I did abandon it.
Killing me, Smalls.
I apologize.
Killing me.
I apologize for
I love
abandoning
you.
it.
So we need to go through it together.
Maybe.
Hold my hand.
Yeah.
Hold my fin.
Maybe.
I will replay those games.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man would probably be the one. I've only done like the first 2 missions of that, I think.
Have you let your kids play Spider-Man?
I bought this PlayStation specifically for Grayson to play Spider-Man. He played the first mission. And that has been it.
Must be in his DNA.
Yeah.
Look, man, I grew up as a PlayStation kid. I really did. And then I played Halo, and I was like, I need an Xbox. I just never went back to playing single player stuff. Until just recently. Yeah, I guess I'll do Spider-Man next. I guess
I guess
I could do that.
I'll do.
I could do that.
Believe it when I hear you say it.
I absolutely have to buy either a PS5 or buy them on Steam and hope this computer doesn't blow up in order to play Returnal and is Spider-Man 2 on Steam?
No.
I don't think that's on Steam yet.
I don't think it's on Steam yet.
No.
So yeah.
But you need to get to the point where there's free roam, because that's where, like, I think for my kids at least, like that's what really got them liking Spider-Man, the game, was just free roaming through the city and getting to just web around and swing around and do random stuff.
See, that's what I do. That's what I end up doing in Destiny, but like in every other game that I play that's like that, I get bored so fast. I don't know why Destiny keeps my attention easier in those spaces like that.
I think with Destiny, kind of like with
Spider-Man
WWE
might, because I can just get into fights and stuff.
Or it's just like it's that carrot on the stick of upgrading or getting new gear.
Yeah.
Or just quick, wins, quick satisfaction when you're playing games. Like that. Yeah.
Probably. Oh, I did also download and play the first mission of The First Descendant, which is
Destiny 2 clone. Great, Ryan. Get into another Destiny 2 game.
No, it's not. It's like Warframe and Destiny had a baby. But yeah, like it's also on Unreal Engine 5. Looks freaking gorgeous. I don't know when I'll play it. I'll probably play something else.
Oh my gosh.
What else can you play to delay Spider-Man?
Well, it's also completely free. So that's a plus.
Free like the games you already own on PS4 and that you could play?
I had to pay for those.
You've paid. They're free now. You've kept them so long. They're free.
I will play Spider-Man next. I promise.
Oh,
Scout's
whoa.
Honor. Scout's Honor.
Let your yes be yes and your no be no, my friend.
It will.
Don't
My yeses, I will.
Don't give me no
Spider-Man.
promises.
I'm still gonna play Destiny because
action.
I'm gonna do more raid.
We're gonna get on here next
Faith
week
without
in
works is
like
dead,
5
my
minutes
friend.
before we start. You're gonna be like, hold up, give me 1 second. I gotta play Spider-Man for 5 minutes, so it counts. I played Spider-Man. I fulfilled my promise.
Next time when we're on here, I will just be like not paying any attention.
Yeah, just playing Spider-Man.
Right here.
Spider-Man's great.
And swinging around the Spider-Man.
Were you a scout when you were young?
I did Boy Scouts for like 2 days, and then
Scout's honor means nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried.
I wanted to do Boy Scouts.
And
My
then they
parents
asked
didn't
me
wanna
to
pay
start
for it.
selling that gross popcorn, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Not today.
Girl Scouts get the cool cookies, and we
Right?
get crap.
We get nothing. I'm also very mad about the Girl Scout thing because I think their cookies are about to go up to like $6 or $7 a box.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man, I can't do it.
Can't do
That's
it.
the line.
It was already hurting at $5 a box because I buy at least 2 or 3 cases of Girl Scout cookies a
Oh
year.
my lord.
Yeah,
Somebody's
I still have a
Destiny
case worth.
2 and Girl Scout cookies.
I still
had
have
no idea.
about a case worth of the peanut butter sandwich ones in my beer fridge outside. But like if they go up to $6 a box, man, I can't do that. I just have to buy them like box by box. So unless y'all know some Girl Scouts is trying to sell them on the low, in that case.
The black market Girl Scouts.
I know
Yes.
a girl that knows a girl that knows a girl.
I need like the discounted ones.
The Aldi's,
Yeah.
the Aldi's
I
Girl
forget
Scout
who
cookies.
sells them. I think are they in Aldi's? It's either Aldi's or Walmart, but there's like a version of Girl Scout cookies. They're just not Girl Scout cookies. I can't remember what they're called.
They're called Girl Scout cookies.
They might be.
The
Girl.
Girl Scout. Grr.
But yeah, that's it for your for this guy.
That is it for you.
That is it for me.
That's it for us. So how about you, that there joiners? If you want to share what's new with you in your neck of the woods, then let's do some quick housekeeping, shall we? Where we offer towels, fluff pillows topped with Andy's candies, and tip you off to how you can connect with the GMGU on Twitter, Discord, Facebook, and Instagram. You can share what's new with you, just like sun level again. Sunshine, fire, sweaty, tongue out emoji face. Aaron said, Earl, it's been in the upper 90s with a heat index of devil sad angry face. Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Yes.
Some family had a cookout pool party on Saturday. That was fun. And we actually got to hang out at my other aunt's house in actual AC for an afternoon. I bet you were milking that for all it's worth.
Yeah, we don't need to leave yet. No,
we just stay right here.
We just got here.
We're just gonna stay right here.
He continues saying, ours still isn't fixed yet. My gosh.
Ryan, how are you alive? Over there. Get over there.
Yeah, Ryan, we need you to just
I'm gonna have Destiny, to
just go.
But like the next sentence sums it up perfectly because it's a home warranty service. And
Should be like, kids, we're going for a trip. Grab some snacks.
Heading to Maryland.
Let's go. Latest update is our home warranty service, biggest air quotes in the universe, now claims that they never authorized the replacement. Subcontractor had receipts where they authorized it back in May as per the contract. And I think I'm going to move on before I start slipping into NSFP, not safe for pod language. Wise move. Way to know your limits, Aaron.
Yeah. The same thing happened to my buddy Sam's house when we were living in Nightdale. He had a home warranty. His AC went out right before he was about to sell his house, and his home warranty was like, yeah, no, we're not going to replace it. So he asked me to like look up the parts and everything, and it was just astronomical in order to like replace it. And then I think he called them back, and he might have slipped out of his pastoral role for a moment.
Yeah.
And told him to come do what they needed to do, and it was fixed the next day. So,
I say, man, he should have stepped more into it and been like, I'm laying hands.
Yeah.
We're praying until something happens. Let's go.
He laid hands all right.
Yeah.
Aaron, sometimes violence is the answer.
I think you need to slow down the scripture you're reading because you're starting to.
Yeah. I think that's what it said.
I think that's not how it works. He said, also, my car refused to start on Sunday. It's a day of rest, after all. It's been fine since, but I'm getting it checked out Friday and expecting to find some annoying / costly repair need. Facepalm. I'm trying to learn some general accounting principles for the next job I want. Usually been going to the bookstore near my local mall because I concentrate marginally better there because there aren't extra screens and it's not 150 degrees inside. So I really need my car to work. Ifl, I really can't get enough of Medieval Dynasty. Unfortunately, I can only play about an hour at a time during the day because my PS5 is not handling the ambient heat well. This is difficult because I could easily lose track of time playing. I also decided to get back this week into a game I've got on my Switch called Tactics Ogre Reborn, remake of an old 90s strategy RPG. I've heard good things about that. At Mr. Pastor Coach Ham, if you're there, you guys don't have central air in Brazil, right? Any tips for staying cool? You are correct. We do not have central air. Any tips? What do we do for staying cool? We go to the mall. We flee our home. You pretty much like find the coolest part of the house and don't move. Like you just stay there. You get a fan with some air movement. Of course, once it gets so hot,
you're just circulating 90-degree air around.
Yeah.
We were talking the other day, and he was telling me that they still hadn't fixed the the AC and everything, and he's like, "Man, it's doing a number on my guitars," and I had said, "Well, just be thankful you don't have a Taylor guitar because those things crack faster than Captain America pulling apart a piece of wood." And he was like, "Dude, I have a Taylor." I'm like, "When did you get a Taylor?" Because those things, the Taylor guitars are made of a particular type of wood where if they cannot withstand extreme heat for any long period or cold for a long period of time. Otherwise, the wood will crack. So a lot of times people buy like dehumidifiers that you can stick into guitar and things like that. Thankfully, like here, I've always got my guitar, somewhat in a cool place, so I haven't really needed it. But
Right.
for his situation, I was like, yeah, you might want to look into either finding
Relocate those.
either find the coolest place in the house or get a dehumidifier.
Or give
Yeah.
that to somebody to store for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what your guys' fluctuations of temperatures are, but so here in Brazil, when it's particularly hot, but there's still like a 20-degree fluctuation, you have a temperature gauge outside and you have one inside, and you just, as soon as the temperature outside is cooler, you open up all your windows, let that airflow go on, turn on the fans, whatever. And as soon as that temperature gets above your internal temperature, you just shut all your windows and just try to hold out as long as possible. That's been the best way to go about the temperature, keeping cool temperature. That's central air for us is the windows. Like that's what it's all about.
Now, is there like no central air at all
in any homes? No, because they're all concrete. Nobody uses insulation. It's pretty much non-existent anywhere. Like there's central air in like a mall or a bank. They do air,
but
even then,
unless they're like rich, you're not having.
Yeah, because the other thing is most of the time, if there's AC, it's just the units. Like they have little inside units that they put up on towards the ceiling. There's not actually central air where you can ductwork and all that because it's all concrete. So yeah.
Huh.
And that's why I pretty much just live by the inside outside temperature and just adjust accordingly and just hope you make it.
So a lot of days just
evening.
sitting around naked.
I mean, I don't kiss and tell, so I can't say what
lies. You and Pat definitely.
That's winter down there. It's like in the 50s, so we have to
Dude.
level up.
Oh, not only that, but it cooled down. Even when Pat left, it cooled down even more. And so there are people here. I'd say the majority of people don't understand when it's a hot summer day, they'll open up all the windows in the house and just let all the hot air in. And we've been really good at maintaining the temperature. Well, the opposite happens when it's cold. Like you don't open the windows for anything. And we left, and we have a lady that comes and cleans the house like once or twice a month. And she had we got home and doors hanging open, windows are open.
Oh
it's
my gosh.
60 degrees. And we have not recovered since. It has been so cold in the house.
Well, you guys, I mean, we went for a hike and overlooking Achibaya, and I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts. And if you see the picture of the rest of the Swisher family, they have hoodies.
Yep,
and
pants. That is correct.
I was like, this is 70 degrees. This is fantastic.
Yeah, right now it's 57 outside. And probably low 60s in our house.
I bet that feels amazing.
It got into the 50s, and I was like, all right, let me pour some sweatpants. And Lucas even mentioned, he's like, oh, pants today.
Oh, look at you wearing pants.
Got a little cold.
Uh-huh. So, yeah. Let's see. Lukewarm Riffle Earl. I had 6 days off in a row, and it felt weird, but so nice. Took a road trip about 6.5 hours away for a test I had to take for my fitter license. Is that right?
Yeah.
Fitter license? What's a fitter license?
I don't know what that is.
Maybe we'll keep reading it. Don't know if I passed or not yet. When we got home, had a big. Oh no, he doesn't explain. All right, fitter license. Luke,
You're
what
a
is
fitter.
that? Like fitter.
I'm assuming
Like if you're-
that's.
are you
Is he
physically
a
fit?
plumber?
Some sort of trade. It has to be a trade.
This sounds like plumber.
Okay. Is that like the lingo of the trade? Like they have we like get your fitter
I
license.
put
your-
I searched fitter license and it said getting license for Ohio speech and hearing professionals, and I'm not sure that's what it is.
Nope.
Oh, here we
Alright.
go. Handyman license. I don't know. It's got to be
a
some-
handyman license.
Yeah, it's got to be some sort of handyman license.
All right. Here's my guess. A fitter license is like your ability to fit things into small compartments. Like if you're really good at that.
So he's about to
then-
be working at the TSA and
Yeah.
like the airport and packing bags in a.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not my real guess. I just made that up. I was just
Nope, that was
having
real.
fun with it. It's fitter license.
Tell
Okay.
me it's real.
Yep. It's real.
Okay.
He said when we got home, had a big block party with all the neighbors for the 4th. It was a lot of fun. Good. Iffle, still working on Diablo 4 slowly. Been playing some terrible and addictive phone games also. LOL. What games? Don't
Which
just
ones?
tell us.
Yeah,
they're-
what games?
Yeah,
Are you
what are the
playing IO
addictive? We need some
Survivor.
we need some addictive games. What's going on? All right. Chris Craig, Corey Smith, Earl ended up sick over the 4th. Blech.
Ew.
We were supposed to go camping with my in-laws, so my wife took the boys while I was home. Mhm,
Oh,
got sick, huh?
there it
Yeah.
is. There
Patrick's
it is.
on that one. Patrick's on that one before. Oh, I'm not feeling good.
I know
think
that move.
better stay home.
Tired. Man cold.
I feel like I'm dying. I can feel it in my pinky toe.
So just to roll it back real quick, I think a fitter is referring to a gas fitter, somebody who works on gas systems like pipe
GMF.
and things
A
like that.
GMF license. Is that what that is?
Yes,
Not quite.
yeah. I hope it is. I hope
That
it's
got a guess?
Yep. Gas man fitter. GMF.
Yep. Yeah, GMF. Gas man fitter.
Sure.
License.
All right.
Why not?
Sure.
Why not?
Sorry, back to Corey.
Okay, Corey, the fake sick guy. So I didn't eat from that Tuesday evening until Friday. Way to commit, man. Way to commit. Didn't eat from Tuesday evening until
Sell that
Friday
bit, Corey. You
afternoon.
sell it.
Is this your wife in the Discord? Is that why you're writing this? Do we need to make a sub thread that she's not allowed to see? Be like, what really happened? I want the real story next week, Corey. He said it was great fun. That doesn't sound fun
I'm
at all. so you
sure
really
it
didn't.
was. Yeah.
really didn't
He
eat.
ends it with it's great. It was great fun.
Oh, speaking the opposite experience, Patrick, did you check to see how much weight you gained while you were in?
I only gained
Brazil?
5 pounds. It felt like I gained way more than
Dude,
that.
we ate so much.
Yeah.
Like I think the first day or two afterwards, the kids are like, "Hey, can we go to Burger King?" Or no, she's like, "No, we're
here's
we're
a
eating bread
strawberry.
and water. Here's here is a leaf. You can put some ketchup on that and enjoy."
Burger King. You went to Burger King.
Dude, Burger King here is amazing. We didn't go to Burger King, but
Oh,
but Burger King is they. I'm telling you what, man, it's the
I miss
fresh.
Burger King.
It's the
One of my
freshness.
friends yesterday said Burger King was better than Shake Shack, and I wanted to punch him in the chest.
What?
Yeah, never had-
exactly.
He was just trying to get under your skin. That's what he was doing.
he's just messing with you. I've never had Shake Shack, but I would definitely.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Go there with $50 because that's what it's going to take for just you.
Yeah.
But
No,
Sounds
thank
like
you.
Five Guys.
I'll stick
Yeah.
with Burger King. That's probably why he said Burger King's better because he still has money in his wallet.
yeah, I guess that's fair.
I mean, for pound for the buck you pay, like Burger King is legit.
Oh, I used
Like,
to love Burger King because I would go and get their rodeo burgers.
The rodeo burgers were $1, man.
If I ate that right now, I'd probably explode.
Yeah,
Both ends.
Kind of want one right now.
twice.
GMP. All right.
Barbecue sauce and the onion rings on it. My gosh.
Man, that's so good. I'm so hungry right now. All right, we got to keep going. Iffle, pretty much. This is still we're still with sick Corey Craig. Chris
Fake
Smith.
sick Corey. Yep.
Fake sick Corey. Yeah, pretty much exclusively Fallout 76. That's what he was doing Tuesday to Friday,
Mm-hmm.
not eating because he was so addicted to Fallout. All right. It's nice, relaxing game to put an hour or so into every day. Also, checked out The First Descendant. Cool looter shooter that is like Warframe and Destiny had a baby. Look at that.
Look at that.
It really is.
Hey-o.
It truly is.
Eagle. It's VBS week at our church, so my wife and boys are there all week this week. Oh, got out of that too.
Yeah,
huh?
sick. Are you sick too this week?
Yeah, I'm still sick. I'm still feeling it in my tummy. My tummy's talking to me. Blah. Oh, look at this. They even got their neighbor friend to come with them. And Corey, we're just like, hey, just take neighbor friends. Oh, there's no space for me in the car. What am I? I can't fit in the car to go with you. That's too bad.
I was thinking this is the best. This is the best post.
We need more of this, Mr. Smith. Mr. Fake Fouch. All right. I think that's about it on my end. Love y'all. We love you too. And your
Love you,
fake
brother.
sickness.
Love you,
man.
Do we though?
Love you,
Do we?
brother.
I hope you get better.
Yeah.
Wink.
Get
I feel better, friend. It's like, oh, the family wants to go to vacation to Disney. I felt better within 5 minutes of hearing that.
Miraculous recovery.
Yeah. All right, Kevin, Gamer Parents Podcast, man. Earl, my family and I are still on vacation in that's Colorado for you that don't know, and have been since before 4th of July. When we're out of the house, we've been doing a lot of hiking and hanging out in town. Being at over 10,000 feet elevation is no joke. There's no oxygen up here.
Yep. Used to live there.
I've heard that. Also, we just had a hurricane hit our area of Texas, and the eye went straight through the town we live in.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. I'm glad my wife and kids are far from the danger, but I wish I could be home to at least look after our house. I know there's no major damage, but I know I'll be looking over everything once we get back home. That would be crazy.
Yeah, that hurricane was ridiculous, dude. That was like a Category 5. I think it made landfall.
Was it?
I think it made landfall as a Category 5, dude.
No, I thought it was a 1.
Did it change to a 1? Which one did it hit at a 5? It hit something at a 5.
It was some of the islands. Like I don't remember which ones, but it was
they were just like, yeah, it'll be fine. It's just a normal storm. Oof. No, bro.
Yeah, it slowed down to a tropical storm and then sped right back up before it hit Texas at a Category 1. So
okay,
I hope Kevin, for your sake in your house and your area, that it's not too bad.
Category 1 is fine. You'll be fine. It's just
a lot of winds and flooding.
Lots of shingles.
Still not fun.
Yeah. Flooding. Yeah.
Yeah. Iffle, I introduced Disney Speedstorm to my son, and we have been playing it as I've been writing this. My son and I are both playing separate files. Oh no, this is transition to that. Disney Speedstorm. Patrick, you missed that?
No, I stopped playing it. I mean, it was good. I played it for a cool 6 months, and then
you did. You're pretty solid.
Yeah, and then I left it in the dust.
Mm-hmm.
There actually is a racing game that I would like to find and play again. It was Need for Speed Most Wanted.
It's the best one.
It's the 2005 version.
the best
Not
one.
the new one. The new one is horrible.
That was the first one I got for 360. Was Need for Speed Most Wanted.
I want that game again. I love that game.
You're gonna find it and play that instead of PlayStation games, aren't you? You better get sick like Corey, or I'm gonna come up there. All right. Kevin went on to say he and his son are both playing separate files of Super Mario RPG. I'm having fun with it as a simplified RPG. It is a fun, little cute RPG. Lastly, after the did you? Nice. Yeah. Lastly, after the kids get to bed, I've been playing through Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, buddy.
There you go.
Nice.
Which was one of my
dude.
all-time favorite games as a kid. I'm really enjoying it, but like many older games, this definitely has some quirks.
Camera sucks.
Hey! Look up here.
That's it for me this week. Love you all. We love,
Love
you
you
too,
back.
Kevin.
Love you too, buddy.
Kevin.
Way to not get sick. We hear there's something in the air, so be careful. Last but not least, Timothy. Let's start with Eagle. I finished Romans TT Dubs through the word, and I hope to start Exodus this week. There you go, Patrick.
Nice.
See, you're not that far
Okay,
behind.
good. All right.
You're good. You can. We'll stick in the. I'm just doing one a day. I'm not trying to catch up or get ahead, so we're good. We'll stick. We'll
It's
stick
all
around
good.
there.
You go at your own pace.
We're all thereabouts.
You can go your own way.
Go your own way. Earl is the same old. Working on Dad's Jeep in my spare time. It's bad, y'all. Sweaty head emoji face. Iffle, I finished Sinuous Saga and really liked it.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Shut
right.
it, Bones.
Yeah,
Shut it,
right.
Bones. I was waiting for Bones to
You-
say something so I could
You
read that.
shut up, Tim. You shut up.
And apparently,
Shut
by
up, Bones,
extension,
winky
Ryan
face.
now.
You
Yep.
sh- yeah,
It wasn't-
You shut-
I was just,
no, it
Not as
wasn't.
good
A
as
week
the
from
first
now,
one.
you'll be like, I don't remember that game at all. It was worthless. It's not memorable. Bye.
I'll tell you what, his little photo he put in the photo channel creeped me out because her eyes were crooked and she was like looking like pug face coming out of the water. I was like, what the heck?
Oh yeah, that scene is dope though.
Oh, I'm sure it is when you're watching it.
Yeah,
I say live as if it's full motion video.
but might as
It
well.
feels
be.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it could be. All right, chasing achievements also in Forza Horizon 4 and the Forky Night with the guys. Which, by the way, Patrick, James, and I played one round and got Victory Royale when
Played
we
with the
played.
bots. Yeah.
We
Correct.
100% play with the bots.
Yep, but it counted.
Exactly.
Yep. Then going to start Still Wakes the Deep tonight. Sean Capri recommended it, and it's short. That's all. Love you, fellas.
Love you back.
Love you too.
That's all, folks. That's his
Good
gift,
night,
by
everybody.
the way. Good night, everybody. Yep, we love you too, Timmy. Yeah. So
That's
there you
it.
go. That's it. Now, if you're not about sharing Earl, Iffle, and Iggle, and you'd rather connect with us visually or spectatorily, there is YouTube and Twitch. We have a plethora of other joiners who stream. And so please find their links in the Discord. Check them out. Finally, on Patreon and our merch page, you can support and gear up with us. So click that one link to rule them all, either in the show notes or you can type it out real quick. Linktree.com/thegmgpod. Of course, if you can't toss your attention or a coin to your podcasters, but it's still the giving type, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Podchaser and Spotify. And it helps. We reach new joiners somehow with exclamation marks, stars, your feedback. So let your voice be heard. Literally, if you like, at 929 GMG guys. Alrighty then, Pat, Mark, and Ryan, along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners, go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game.
1, 2, 3, 4.